Laguna, Seca in the US of A sets the scene for the second round of the TNR Pacific Grid 5 2022 Championship, and we've got a capacity grid again, and obviously a very jumbled grid with 3 random grid races that we have and a good mix of cars. We do have Martin returning to racing tonight. He's going to line up in 8th for the first race in the Porsche 935. On pole we have got Dugamus in one of the Porsche 935, slightly different model to that of Martin, but the same type that Graham has been racing successfully to 2 victories so far this season. Alongside we've got Andy in the Nissan getting better and better at the first round, just scoring some points towards the end with a 9th place finish in the 3rd race last time out. So Andy looking to improve on that, and his goal really is to try and get a podium or 2 this season. Oz lines up 3rd, championship contender. He's really at the moment right up there with Graham, and we're going to look towards the front and we'll talk through the rest of the field as we go through. Is the Porsche going to get off the line well? Dude, sometimes a little bit slow off the line. He hasn't got a great start. Oz makes a really, really good start though. He's going to go straight through to the lead. Cuts through past the Nissan as well. In the background there's a little bit of pushing and shoving, and these 2 streaking away, particularly Oz. He's absolutely flying away. Briscoe up to 3rd place in his BMW. People keeping it fairly neat and tidy through there. There's that Dom getting a bit of a slide on, I think. Andy's still retaining 2nd place at the moment in the Nissan, but is running a little bit wide. And creeping up to 3rd already is Lee in the first 4s. I think that was Coop spinning in the background in one of the BMWs. But other than that, everybody's made it through unscathed. Here is the fantastic looking red Porsche of Martin returning. He started 8th in the grid and he is running 8th at the moment. Further, Graham has made his way up to 5th place. We didn't really see how Graham cut through, but he cut through quite well. And the Nissan has dropped back behind Lee's Ford to 2nd place. So 2nd place has changed. Lee looking really hot in the practice sessions, and will he be able to take the fight to the BMWs, which were dominant last season round, and I expect that there is a good chance of BMW taking the title again this year. Let's see what Lee can do. The Ford yet to take a victory this year, and I think last season there was a total of only 1 win for the Ford in 24 races, so let's see what Lee can bring to the party. There's a 2.5 seconds at the moment between him and Oz. Oz setting some good pace. Andy's really holding on well actually, 3rd place at the moment, but he's under pressure. Graham's managed to get up to 4th now, and will go on board with the Porsche. I think he's just driven straight around the outside of the Nissan, no contest whatsoever there, and Graham with some really good straight line speed in the Porsche, straight up to 3rd place. So that's going to be slightly disappointing for Oz. He made that great start, gets up into the lead, but the championship leader has already recovered so well, and actually Lee is closing that gap. The Ford could contend for this win this time, and we could see yet another different car winning the race this season. That would be great to see, a 3rd different car and a 3rd different driver. Graham of course winning 2 out of 3 races last time out at Ketone. Dom's now going to chase him down. Apologies for the comms issue there. I think the commentary dropped out for a few minutes, but we are on board with Dom as we head up the hill. It's BMW versus BMW as we head towards the corkscrew, squirming from the back of Sam's car. Is he going to hold it? I think he just does. That's great car control, but it is going to put him under pressure for this position. Dom needs to not squeeze him. Dom doesn't squeeze him, he's through. So great driving, and Dom gets elevated to 4th place. Sam drops down to 5th, unfortunately, but still a really, really strong showing from both of these boys who have not had amazing results. Dom actually did take 2 5ths and a 6th last time out, so if Dom can hold on to this, it will be his best result. And Sam had a 7th place, so again, both of these boys on their best results, even as they are now. There's Chrysler in 8th. Chrysler had some good running last time out. His best was an 8th place, so worthy of, I think, 3 points. So I think Chrysler might be able to match that. Mark, we've hardly seen this race, have we? He's in the Zach Speed Worth predominantly white, red and black Capri, and he is holding on to 9th at the moment, so he's got up past Martin. Martin's dropped back to 10th, last of the points runners at the moment. We are on the penultimate lap. Lee's looking good for the win in the Ford. I can't see Graham challenging with 2.5 second gap. And Mark maybe not getting to grips with his Ford quite as well. He goes to the outside. That's dangerous because he's got caught on the gravel. Just a mistake on his own there, unfortunately. Mark may even lose out to the Porsche of Martin's. They head up the hill. I think it's going to be battle on into the corkscrew. The Porsche just ahead of the Ford. Mark almost clatters into the back of the Porsche, but controls it well. Doesn't go into the back of him, so it's good driving. But where were we? So we've got Dubs coming out the final corner onto his final lap. Dubs is in 6th place, so as we said earlier, yeah, on for a good result, and he's actually closing on Sam. So this is impressive stuff because Sam was looking so good in the early stages of the race. Could Dubs pick up another place on the final lap? It's looking fairly even between some of these Ford and BMW boys this race, and not too much else going on here. We've got Martin, Mark and Chrysler all in a battle though over 8th place. 8th, 9th and 10th they're in at the moment, with Andy just ahead. Andy's getting away with this in 7th, but Martin is trying to close on him quickly. It's not happening at the moment. Just ahead, Dubs is putting Sam under some pressure. There goes Martin up the inside in the Porsche. A lovely move, but will Andy do what he did before and hold it around the outside? He can't quite do it this time. There's a little bit of contact. He might lose another place to Mark as they head into the left-hander. This is where Mark came off last time around. He needs to hold it together. Both of them do. Lee comes across the line, wins the race for Ford ahead of Graham in the Porsche, extending his championship lead over Oz. Oz was in the prime seat and then unfortunately lost it into turn 1, and it lost him a lot of time in the gravel, but a 3rd place nonetheless is a good result. Dom takes his best of the season so far in 4th, a great job, and a really good job from Sam as well in 5th place, also taking his best result. Dubs takes his best result as well. It seems to be a race for bests. Most of these guys bettering their best by 1 position. Martin, this is his debut in this series, so it comes across the line in 7th. Not a bad debut at all. Mark is 8th in the Ford, recovering well. Chrysler brings home more points, really getting to grips, just like Sam, very well with these cars, and that is nice to see him getting some decent results. And then the final points finisher was Dugamus, and then unfortunately out the points we know that Andy and Coops were unable to score